Yay, thank you.
Awesome. So anybody who cannot be on tonight will be able to. Let me make sure my name is different here. What's up, y'all?
Hey, Patrice, I didn't want to cut you off, but I'm so happy to be on here right now. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for being here. I appreciate you being here. So I'm excited to meet you ladies tonight. I am Patrice Garrison. I've been with It Works for 6 whole years, and I just said on a live video it'll be lucky number 7 next year. So just so excited for all that's to come. If y'all knew, if y'all just knew what It Works has planned and just what God has planned, like that's really why I'm the most excited. Like it's just so much when you have a year that's challenging, that has its own set of growth associated with it, you know that something big is coming. So just a little bit about me. I am 30, a little more. I started this business because I wanted to pay student loan debt. So that was really huge for me. And I wanted to find my purpose. You know, I worked a full-time job and that was great. It was in my field. I appreciated that. But at the end of the day, I really wanted a job that, or a purpose, something that I could do that I felt like I was actually impacting people. And I did not feel that way at my job. So to come home, I felt drained. I felt underused. And I just wanted to, again, find something that would allow me to make an actual impact. So I started this business and I fell in love with it. And that's literally all there is to it. If you were to say, what's the secret to my success or, why I'm still here, it's because I genuinely love what I do. I love that I get to support people. I get to be myself and I just get paid to do that. And that's something that I really want to encourage you guys to do as well. So you guys gave me a ton of questions, which I love questions. Okay. So I'm going to just start to go through them with my story, just so you guys know who maybe haven't heard that element of it. I did start the business November 2012, and within my first 5 months, I went triple diamond. So that meant that now I'm completely out earning my full-time job, and that was just crazy. But now I'm like, okay, I can start to consider retiring, and that was terrifying, but literally was the most amazing thing I've ever done because now I get to be full-fledged purpose. Like my purpose pays me each month and not a job. And this business has helped us do so much. And I mean, I know y'all have heard the success stories, but from building our dream home to being able to pay for our wedding in cash to being able to pay off over $75,000 in debt. Like those are the things that we are most blessed by because they were on our dream board and we felt that gap. Like how can I get between where I am and where I want to go? So this business helped us to do that, but we've just grown so much here too. You know, I started when I was 24 and I was a baby. I was an absolute baby. I wasn't as confident. I'm still working through confidence. I wasn't as, sure about where my place was in the world, and to be able to figure it out in the midst of, helping people in the midst of, again, just working towards a bigger goal and a bigger team goal has been super cool. So let's get right into it. The first question I have tonight is, how do you transition from being a hunter to a farmer? And this legitimately is the beginning of my story. I never felt like I had to hunt for people, and I never want you guys to feel that way either. This business does not really work if people feel like they are under attack. When you hunt, like if you think about being a hunter and you're hunting, let's say a deer, that deer's under attack. You don't have to attack people to earn income here. And if you have that mindset, people are going to sense that and they're going to run from you the same way that, a deer would. So I came in here with a planner mindset, and I came here with the expectation that I would have to do some groundwork before I saw success. So I struggled to get my first 4 loyal customers. I didn't enroll team members for 6 weeks. And that was like, not terrible for some people, but for me, it was like, no, I'm consistently working at this. And it came from me shifting again from what I want and what I want to get to, if I just serve the people, if I just answer questions, if I just provide value, people will come. So I transitioned from that mindset, didn't get all the way into it, but that was because I knew that you have to plant seeds. This isn't a microwave business. You're not going to pop it in the microwave, hit a couple buttons, and a couple buttons could look like, oh, I did a couple power hours. I messaged a couple people. I invited a couple people to a opportunity call. Like that's pressing a couple buttons and wanting your meal to be ready within a couple minutes. And that's just not how it goes. So when you think about the Bible specifically, there are so many analogies of what it looks like to have an actual harvest, have something that can feed your family for years and years to come. And it comes from planting multiple seeds, planting it on good soil, and taking good care of it. And that's how you want to treat people, 100% how you want to treat people. So when you trust that, I think the transition is the trust. Do you trust that you have something that people want? And we've seen, oh my gosh, year after year, I've been in the same location for 6 years. There are still people in Baltimore that do not know what a wrap is, have never tried greens. When they hear about the cleanse, they flip out. When they hear about the coffee, they get so hyped. There are still people who very much want what we have. Now, it's all about, are you being consistent in how you're sharing it, whether or not they trust you enough to try it, but the actual desire of products is still there. And as I have trained myself in business, I was not business trained at all. My background is actually HR, human resources. As I train myself in business, every business is the same. And I think sometimes we try to hide between, oh, well, this is just, it works. It's just network marketing. It's just, nope, actually it's not. Any business you start, because my husband and I have started businesses in the last 18 months, year to year. I actually haven't hit my first year anniversary yet for my boutique. It's the same. It's the absolute same. Every customer I talk to about my boutique does not buy. Every customer who I, talk to is not interested in, being a brand rep. Every single person who comes across my page, they'll always follow me back. I've had criticism. Oh, well, your shipping times are too long. Whatever business you start, you're going to have naysayers. You're going to have people who bluff you, who don't do what you want. And you have to toughen up. That's all I can say. If you have an entrepreneurial mindset and you want to win in the realm of being in business for yourself, it is not unique to this business. And I'm so glad that It Works was first, because now I have the mindset that I need to be able to grow other businesses and be successful in them. But it's the business world. So just understanding that your job is to give without expectation. And that sounds crazy because a lot of y'all I got bills and I got things I want to do. Your job is to give without expectation. I give my PDT calls to people who I'm not sure if they're going to enroll or not. And they don't always. I talked to a girl yesterday. She didn't enroll. And it's absolutely, I'm not, oh man, I talked to her for a half hour. No, I gave without expectation. I gave her vision. I gave her encouragement. I gave her a game plan. I gave her I offered my mentorship, and she'll decide if she wants it. She's like, oh, I have nothing to lose. I'm like, well, I only want you having that mindset. I want you to be excited about getting started with this. Why don't you come over? I'm having a party. Come check it out. Come meet our friends, our team, and see if it's a good fit for you. So I wasn't even, again, that's not being a hunter. I'm not like, oh, she said almost. I'm going to go get her. That's just not how I run my business. That's just there. Okay. Number 2, how do you train newbies on the auto shipment? You train them by providing value in the product. So one of the things that I've done and I continue to do is I ensure that newbies know that they are very much customers that get paid. There's not the other way around. You're not getting paid and then you become a customer at some day. So when they get started, I've had distributors get started this year who are like, okay, what can I get next month? I want to try, because they've watched my journey. They've watched what I've used for one. That's crucial. So if you're not using products consistently, your newbies aren't going to see the value in having consistent products either, right? So they've seen that. They know what we have. They've watched my Insta stories. They've watched my page. They've heard my messages or whatever. And they know that their job is to transform. And if they're not transforming, that their income is going to take a little bit longer to get to them. So, hey, if you want to get started and you want to have the most successful business quickly, and this applies to you guys even today, you want to jump right in. You want to jump right in to getting your own personal before and after, and you want to be the best customer you've ever had. Number 3, how can I become consistent? You become consistent with belief. Everything that you've ever wanted to be in your business is a symptom of lack of belief or lack of self-trust. If you do not trust yourself or you don't believe in either the business, yourself, or something related to it, you're going to find yourself making excuses. I don't have time. I just got off my live and the girl said, I have trouble with time management and procrastination. And I'm like, well, hey, if your daughter needed a breathing treatment and she needed it, twice a day, and would you not have time for her? No, you would have time for her. Your child's life is on the line. And would you miss some treatments and say I was procrastinating? No, you 100% would be present. And so if you don't feel the same way about your business, that's the problem. My business gives as much sense of urgency as my own baby does. That was my original baby. So your business has to become your baby for you to reach new levels of success. Number 4, what if I'm not 100% sold on the products? That means that you've been inconsistent with the products, because the products, literally, I've been here for 6 years. I have not used a product that I'm not like, dang, this is different. Dang. Oh, and sometimes it takes me 2 or 3 weeks to use it. It's not, again, these aren't microwave. You can't have different expectations of it works than you do anything else in the world. So if I go to Walmart and I get protein powder that tastes like crap, I'm not going to expect for me to lose 10 pounds in a week. So I'm going to have to be consistent with whatever I get out in the street. Same goes for here. It took me 3 weeks of ThermoFit to start to feel the benefit of it. But it worked after 3 weeks. I had to be consistent. If you don't get to that point, then you won't ever know. And then how can you be a product coach? How can you support someone on their journey if you can't truly be consistent? So that's it. Just use them. If you're not convinced, use the products. I promise you, they work. And people are still ordering them. I have customers from 2014 who are like, I'm getting the cleanse this month. So excited. Because I have customers who aren't even getting paid to use this stuff who are like, nah, I'm actually really, really excited. I just had a diamond come back, and we'll talk about that. And she's like, I've been ordering products this whole time because I'm not going to actually not live without my greens. Like, yeah, I wasn't doing it works for a couple months, but I needed greens. So that spoke volumes to me. So you just got to go on. How often should I post? You should be active. So posting and stories are 2 different things. I would say that you should choose a medium and stick to it. If I could give you a daily recommendation, at least once a day on all platforms, which is, for me, it looks like Facebook stories, Instagram stories, Facebook posts, Instagram posts. There are some days where I go completely ham in my stories and don't do anything on my posts. So I have varying days, but you just want to be present. You want to be present. You want to be consistent, and it might look different for you or your own personal business. But I would ask you, where does your audience respond the most to you? And if you don't have an audience, what's your plan to get one? Because you grow one. It's not something that most of us come in here with. What helped you to keep going was vision. So some of y'all know my story. I prayed on this business for 3 days before I got started. And that was the game changer for me. If you haven't done that, I advise that you stop tonight. Do that for 3 days. Pray on the business for 3 days. How do you feel after day 3? Do you still wake up like I can't wait to work my business. I miss my business, or, I can't imagine life without it. And for me, because I prayed on it before I started, I knew that God wanted me here. So I knew that a no, a disappointment, missing a promotion, people quitting, that did not matter, because this is where God told me to be. So it has nothing to do with everyone else. Is external. Everything else is subject to change. But what does not change is my conversation with God. This is where I was supposed to be. And because I trusted that at times where other people may not have trusted it, they quit before me. And that's cool. Everyone does their journey their own different way. But I know for me specifically, I am here because this is what God told me I'm supposed to do. And when I pray on it, even still, because I had to pray on it again this year. Okay, things are shifting. What you want me to do? You saying what it works. Okay. And that was it. It was no more discussion. It was nothing else, because I trust His will. I don't want to make up my own game plan and I don't want to find income that I have to find my own provision for. I've had huge provision through It Works because it was God's plan for me. I don't want to have to figure out how to maintain an income outside of God's will. That's just me. I'm not a mom. How can I be successful? I wasn't a mom most of my career through It Works. So there is no type of person, there is no criteria, there is no whatever. I was 24, no husband, no children when I started this, and got to six figures in 6 months. So, there is no limit. There's no, oh, I'm too old, I'm too young. I like Instagram better than Facebook. Like, there's just no kind of person who can't be successful. And this year we saw it especially. We've had people who started the year homeless that are now earning six figures. We've had people who, literally went from being a lawyer, had a complete, JD degree, who are now earning six figures here. So that's just nowhere, no type of person who is excluded from being able to succeed. It's just, do you believe you can? I'm struggling to believe in myself. What's your best advice? My best advice is to go grab the book, You're Made for a God-Sized Dream, and start to read that. That book was awesome, and that will help you to kind of grasp where that break is. And that book, I love it. So I just recommend it to anybody who's struggling with self-belief. How do I deal with my best friends quitting the business? My best friends quit the business. Let me get the link for you guys real quick for it. Because I forgot the author. I just know the book title. So give me 1 second. Sorry. All right, I'll talk while I do that. Sometimes I can do both. Sometimes I can't. We'll see what it looks like this time. How do you deal with your best friends leaving? I've had friends leave me the entire journey. I started this business with a coworker who I considered a friend. And, she decided to quit 3 months in, leaving me completely alone to build this business and to have to find those new friends. It just so happens that 2 months, maybe a month after she left, I met who became my bridesmaid. So you'll meet new friends through building your business. So that's my first answer. The second thing is you have to figure out what can happen to me that will shake and reshape my belief in a direction that I don't want it to go. And that's where you got to figure it out. So I learned this year that there is nothing that can happen that can shake my personal belief in what I'm supposed to do. Why? Because of prayer. That's just me. But you got to figure it out. No one should be able to shake you from what you're rooted in. If you're truly rooted in a decision, if you trust yourself that you made a good decision joining this business, if you know people are still making money, y'all saw we had an ambassador. My friend went ambassador within the last 60 days. Like, that's so cool. People are still growing their income. There's a Mirror. She started the year at Double Diamond, and it's currently being paid 20 racks a month. Like, the opportunity is still there, and it's still there for you. So you can still be friends with them. They leave the business. It doesn't change your friendship. It just means you're not building a business anymore. And it's the same as if a coworker leaves the job and goes to a different job. You're able to still maintain friendships. Hi, little baby. Hi. Okay. Oh, wait, it didn't copy. Sorry, y'all. Hold on. I don't know why. Okay, here we go. Got it. That's a book recommendation. But yeah, you can still be friends. For the diamond that left me and came back, we were still friends. Why? Because she left with, left with dignity. She left well. She let me know what she was going to do and kept it real. And we still talked in the middle of it. And then she's like, oh, hey, I want to come back. Okay, cool. I never, ever expected her to come back, actually. So the fact that she did is awesome. But, it did not impact my friendship, nor did it impact my faith. If that's my answer. What if my customers report no results or bad reactions to products? That means that, for one, you have to be a coach to your customers from jump. So the first thing I would ask is, are you really interviewing your customers before you recommend a product? So people might see coffee on my page and be like, oh, I want the coffee, help you lose weight. Okay, cool. But how often do you drink coffee? Like once a week? Well, if you drink this coffee once a week, you're not going to see results. I never forget when I first started, I was so nervous about people saying the products didn't work to me. And I got that phone call. A lady called me and was like, I ordered them wraps and they didn't work and I want my money back. I said, well, tell me a little bit about your lifestyle. Like, how are you eating? And she paused. She said, well, I'm not going to stop eating McDonald's for some wraps. Okay. So that's why they're not working. So instead of taking it personal, again, you guys have to remove your emotion out of your business. Like if you worked for, what's that vitamin? The Vitamin Shop in customer service. Do you think the Vitamin? Comment in the chat for me. Do you think the Vitamin Shop gets calls that something didn't work for them? Hi. Yes. So taking it personal just means that they probably didn't use it right, to be honest, or again, they just weren't consistent. So that's the first piece. And if they feel like they got a bad reaction to it, walk them through it. Some people find out they're allergic to stuff. I mean, it happens. I'm allergic to foundations with sunscreen. I didn't call the company and, go ape crap on them. I just learned that I have an allergy. Should they shut down? No. No. I know I didn't have to refund her the money for that. People are adults, y'all. They're complete adults. If you bought a product from the Vitamin Shop knowing good and well you weren't going to change your lifestyle, are they liable for that? Neither are you. No. You didn't. I gave you instruction. I coached you well. You opted out of my coaching. I'm sorry. Call me back when you're ready to really get started and change your lifestyle. I do not wear that. It's not for me to wear. And if she wants to call customer service herself and work it out, by all means. But in terms of me personally, that does not make you a bad business person because the customer did not read the instructions and did things the complete opposite of what you asked. It's all gone. And if somebody does, I have had, you okay? Yeah, I don't have any more shake. I had a customer who reacted to the hair, skin, nail vitamins. She can't handle one of the oils or something in it. She personally sent in a doctor note and that stopped her auto ship. But it was all love. It was like, oh, I can't take this formula of it. Okay, cool. Well, you want to try something different? I'll let you know. All right, well, call me back. People. So when you start to work with a higher quality customer, they don't trip. So if you got people wild out, it's like, it's just that's their problem. Don't let them project their problems onto you. Sorry, y'all. What's going on here? I don't know how to cancel this. All right. Not sure what happened. Oh, it's good. I gotta stop this. Actually, don't know how. It's really interesting. Let's figure out how to do this, y'all. Okay. I think we got it. Okay. Awesome. Okay. Let's see here. How could I build momentum? And how do I get over the I'm tired feeling? A lot of these questions really have to do with the same thing. It's the same answer. And you build momentum by starting. And if you haven't started yet, you have to ask yourself, what don't I believe? And, for me right now, I'm building my chart. You're never rebuilding. You're always building. You're always building. I think I heard that from a Green Carpet and Joel and Stephanie Dunn said, stop using the word rebuilding. Like you are in a building business. And I use the analogy of the people who built our homes. Their names are Ryan Holmes. And Ryan Holmes, when we move from our house, they're not going to be like, we suck because those people aren't staying in their house forever. We built, no, it's part of the business, right? It's part of how it goes. So you are always, they're not going to stop building new homes somewhere else because someone didn't stay in their existing house forever, right? They're going to keep building homes. They make money for building homes. You get paid each time you go for your next rank. I did a call about that maybe like a year or so ago. I was like, every time I go for ambassador, I get paid. Every single time. Even if I never go ambassador, but I always try, I will always make money for trying. As long as I'm enrolling, I'm coaching, I'm launching, I'm building new rubies. As long as I do that, I will always make money in this business. So, for me personally, working in a 9-to-5 at the state government. Okay. Miss Dejanay. Oh no. Thank you. Working for the state government, each time I went for a promotion, I didn't get paid for it. Happy. You can work your butt off and, go above and beyond. Because think about going for promotion, right? You go above and beyond, you work your butt off, you are showing your best self, and you can lose a promotion every time, and you get $0 for trying. But in this company, as long as you are working towards promotion, you're, showing up, you're producing high quality work, all of that, you will get paid for it. So it's never a downside. One of the things that are changing for you in the business. I like to think that they've gone well, but that's because I have always, again, I've been grounded. That's the best word. Okay, thank you. I've been grounded. I've been planted, and when you get planted, here, go, Papa, please. You gotta change your butt. Go change your butt. You pooped? Huh? Oh. Check like 3 or 4 times. Getting stressed and making my house dirty. Okay. Come on, Jay. Yeah, when you get grounded, nothing can shake you. And I mean, again, y'all heard success stories in business, not even like just in It Works, but in business. And yeah, everyone will say like they had to find, there was a time in their life where they got obsessed. I got obsessed. That's my business changed when I got obsessed, where I was like, you know what? Regardless of if I had a great day, a bad day, I could have had 5 to 7 phone calls and everyone said no, but I still got up the next day and did 5 to 7 phone calls. Like literally, like when you get obsessed and you're like, I know that I'm on the right track. I know that if I just keep doing this thing, I'm going to get there. I know that if my calls, my one-on-one calls suck right now, if I keep having them, I'm going to get better. If my parties suck right now, I'm going to keep having them. I'm going to get better. And it's that mindset that like, we're not stuck. We're never stuck. We're never stuck in one place. As long as you keep going, you keep trying, you keep showing up, you're going to naturally improve. If you keep seeking out guidance, you keep hopping on calls, you keep doing these things, you're going to always evolve. You're going to get better. Most people quit either mentally or, hard set physically before they get to that point. So this year, it looks like it was different. It wasn't. People mentally quit all the time. You just don't see their account change or their company change. This year we saw that more, but these are the same people who mentally quit years before you guys saw them physically quit. We quit way before we quit. So just keeping that in mind. How do you deal with older leaders leaving and finding quicker success with other companies? Well, yeah, if you take a large organization with you, you're going to have quick success. Put it all in perspective. And I was very clear with my team about that. I'm like, look, y'all, I could be completely honest with y'all. I could round us up and we can go to a different company and I would earn a lot of money for doing it. 100% know that. I said, however, I can't look y'all in your eyes and say y'all have the same opportunity I do to earn the kind of money that I would make. And that's why I'm not going. So, this year alone, I had someone literally promote to presidential and earn a $20K check. That happened this year. So if that can still happen, and it can still happen now, if I can't go somewhere and y'all can't have the opportunity to earn 20 racks right after me. So that's it. So look at the perspective. It looks real fast because you are watching people take organizations of, hundreds, even if it's tens of hundreds of people. I don't know. Yeah, that's natural. It's going to happen. But, my advice is just, what are people going to do when that ends? You got to go to work. And that's what people have coming back. Because I have people coming back already. They're like, it's the same thing. I got to work just as hard. Okay. I have to do the same amount of work. The structure is the same in terms of how to actually grow a business. You might as well be with a company you love. Be with a company you believe in. That's it. That's all I got. How do you stop comparing your green to another's? I'm not sure what that means. So if somebody wants to expand on that, they can. How do you suggest?
I think it meant like, how comparing your grass.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Grass is greener. Well, you don't. Comparison's a thief for joy. So, as long as you're comparing is a very light form of jealousy. Because all jealousy means is I believe God gave somebody something he did not give me. So if you believe that, then you will forever feel like you are slighted, that you have less, that you can't do as much as someone else, that your life circumstances, that your lot in life is preventing you from being successful. And that's never the case. So if you are watching anybody's green grass, that's your way of telling God, I believe that you left me out and that you gave someone an edge, you gave someone an advantage that I don't have. And that's something that you have to take up with him. Why do I feel this way? And I know for years I would look at my sideline sisters and be like, wow, you guys have, this and you have that, you have these big networks and you guys have these connections and I wish I had that. I went to a small college. I don't have a bunch of friends from college. Honestly, I don't think anybody, so from my college, I think I've had maybe 2 distributors enroll, maybe 3, 5 max for sure in the last 6 years. So really college people did not, because I went to a small college and it was, they just didn't join. Couple folks from high school. So maybe in my 6 years, maybe I've had 10 people from high school join. And the other hundreds came from me meeting them on social media. So complete strangers. So yeah, I wasted time looking at someone else's life, assuming that God gave them more or better or more valuable than what he gave me. And that's not the case. And when I finally stopped to stop comparing and stop, pouting, then I was like, oh wait, God gave me a gift. And the scary thing about operating in your gift is that there's no guide for it. There's no one you can follow. You can't copy paste it. You got to roll with what you're good at. And that's scary because you don't know. You just you're blindfolded walking through your gift, and people walk away from that because it's harder to do that than it is to just copy paste what somebody else is doing. Run the business, and including in everyday life. It's a lifestyle brand, and if you were a brand rep for Starbucks, how would you work your business? Would you sit and post, menu items all day? Or would you post pictures of you drinking your Starbucks coffee? Would you show yourself in a selfie in the Starbucks, taking a picture at the ordering station or sitting at a desk? Or would you, give all the ingredients from the different, and so just using that so you incorporate it into your day. And I think you guys are pretty savvy on social media enough to know like what people respond to, and they want to see it be part of your day. They want to see how you apply it, right? How do you apply this product? Don't tell me what it is. Don't tell me what it's for. I want to know how you apply it and why you apply it. So if I'm applying the fat card, it's this Panera Bread. I don't know if you have the Panera Bread card. They're giving away a free bagel every day until the end of the year. So I'm going to go one day, let people know, hey, if y'all ain't know, go get a free bagel I'm gonna have my fat Fridays and be like, don't forget your fat Fridays because I brought mine because it's not gonna make me fat. It's a lifestyle post for it. And my favorite quality about It Works is a really good way to end. My favorite quality about It Works is the spirit-led leadership. That is why I'm here. That's why I'm staying. That is why it's my home. I value that. And everyone may not. And that's absolutely fine. But I understand and I see beyond the day. I see beyond the year. I see long-term. I'm a very much long-term thinker. And I am much, much more willing to be led by a spirit-led leader, understanding that they care about my family. You know, they care. Like they sent my daughter you know, a gift when she was first born. You know, we got a Christmas gift from them sitting right here on my desk. Like, they take the time to love on us, to pour into us, to inspire us. They go above and beyond for that. And they are Christ-led. And, you know, y'all, I'm not sure how much business experience you have, but people who own businesses are not always operating out of love and faith. Some people are running very much out of anxiety and fear. And they will run you into a brick wall, and you know, they will do what's best for them and hope that you can swim on the outside of that. And that's just not how I operate, and that's not how this corporate team operates. So because of that, like my husband will say, I'll follow Mark anywhere. You know, that's my CEO. That's who I trust with my family's legacy, because he takes his own so seriously and he does it God's way. Students work the business. Like anybody else. I wouldn't parse it out. You know, when I was a student, I worked 4 jobs. I had to figure it out. I had to take the time. And I remember, you know, she's not in college now, but she was a college student. She just worked in between classes. You know, if you have what we call your IPAs, your income producing activities, you can do it from your phone. You can do it from in between classes, sitting in your car or sitting in the lunch area. You can do it from your dorm. Like, it's not different, you know, from somebody else who, you know, works not 8 hours a day and then comes home and has kids. Like, it really it's all the same. And as my life has changed, it's the same. I just had to make the time. I had to have the belief strong enough and the goal strong enough that I'm going to work my business regardless and not use anything as a deterrent. Like, if I had a job, when I did have a job as a student, I didn't call and say, hey, I want to earn money, but I got a test today, I can't come work. It's like, okay, either I'm choosing to not make my time work for me or not. So that was kind of that. What support do you offer customers to help them reach their goals? So first, it looks like the customer conversation to begin with. So it looks like really getting to know them. Ask them what's hard about losing weight. Don't just assign a product to them because they want to lose weight. Learn more about them. That helps you support them later. If they say the hardest part about losing weight for me is the carb craving, then you know how to check on them, right? Hey, it's day 3. How are you doing? What did you eat today? That's a lot of carbs, girl. I know you struggle with that. How can I help you change that? Etc. And what activities for customer retention? Our new app has been amazing. So I used to use the Reach app, but now that we have our own in-house app, like that's going to be the tool I recommend the best for that. And how do you message people? I do more poll messaging. I do more host-to-post messaging. I don't do a lot of cold, like just straight up, you know, I've never talked to you, you've never seen me before. Either I'm asking someone to host a post for me, or I'm responding to a liked post or responded poll when it comes to messaging. Well, all right, y'all, I have to go put a baby to bed. So I'm going to hop off here, but I really hope that in the midst of this that you guys got some really good questions answered. And just, again, be rooted. Your job is to be rooted. That's my best suggestion. Figure out what you got to do. But when you think about a plant, it goes through all 4 seasons, right? It goes through winter, summer, spring, and fall. There are some cold days. There are some windy days. There are some days where it's too hot and they feel, you know, dry and thirsty. Perfect weather, perfect environment days. But when you think about a plant, there are way more days that are uncomfortable than comfortable, right? Like, it's just not always these perfect conditions. But if you decide that this is something that you want to do, you want to earn income from home, you want to build a business, you're in the right business with the right products, the right leadership, everything is, that's why we're here. We're not going anywhere for that reason. But you have to decide, you know, am I planning? And again, I recommend, you know, it's perfect time. It's about to be Christmas. You know, do some praying. and really decide this is what you're going to do, and then weather all seasons the same way a plant would.
Oh my goodness. Thank you so much, Patrice.
You are so
This
welcome.
was so helpful. I'm sure my team just benefited a lot. And for those who couldn't hop on, I'm going to send them the video as soon as you have time to do that. But I just appreciate you so much. I have always admired your work ethic. I try to take a picture with you every conference.
Well, catch up on the next one, right?
Yes, I'll be there. I'll text you. I really appreciated this. I just love, more importantly, that it was so Holy Spirit led. It was so faith filled, and it really inspired me to like the root of it. Like, this is what God called us to. This is where he placed us and where we're rooted, and that we, that we're harvesting, like we're planting seeds to harvest, and not letting anything shake us up, and really making that decision to go full force into what he called us to be. And I love that comparison answer. I've never heard it answered like that before, that it's just us thinking that
at some point, but that's real.
Yeah, I love that. And I'm gonna be sharing the book that you recommended. But I just want to thank you so much again. I love you and your family, and like your spirit and just your inspiration. It really means a lot. You inspire so many people. And so I just want to thank you for taking the time to hop on with us and my team. And I am excited now to see where my team is going to go as a result of this amazing training.
Awesome. Well, I believe in you guys. Just know, like, really, God gave you guys an opportunity, and it's wide open. You can decide how you sit in this. Like, this time next year, you'll decide where you are. But the entire world is at your fingertips. Like, you got this. So just decide.
Amen. Amen. Well, thank